Today I'm going to show you how to make one of my most popular desserts, a blueberry cobbler. It's like a blueberry pie met these buttery, perfect biscuits. And the best part is it's crazy easy to make. Let's get started. With the blueberry cobbler, we're going to start with the filling. So let's go ahead and start by prepping everything. We have 1 lemon that we're going to use the juice out of. Add 4 cups of blueberries to a pan. You can either use fresh or frozen. And we want to make sure we get all those blueberries out. Next, we're going to add the juice of a lemon. Lemon and blueberry go together so well, and this is really just going to brighten that blueberry flavor. And now we're going to add 1 cup of blueberry juice. That's why my cobbler is like really popular. Everybody who tries it absolutely loves it because it's almost like a blueberry pie filling with a buttery biscuit on top. Now we're just going to add a pinch of salt. I like to use kosher salt in baking, but whatever you have available works. And it's just 1 pinch. And next up is we need some sugar, and we are going to add 3/4 of a cup. And now to just add a little bit of spice to it, we're going to add some nutmeg to it. Okay, we're just adding an 1/8 teaspoon. It smells so good. Nutmeg just reminds me of fall. It's just such a good spice. Now we're just going to mix this together for a little bit. It's not like it's really cooking or anything. We just kind of want to incorporate everything together before we add in the cornstarch. It's really important that it comes to a low heat before adding in that cornstarch because we want to make sure that it helps thicken it so that it's not like a watery cobbler. While the filling is warming up, we're going to go ahead and start our cornstarch slurry. So I like to use the same blueberry juice in the mixture. You could always do water as well. So we're going to do about 1/3 of a cup, 1/4 cup. This portion doesn't need to be exact. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to that mixture. And you're going to want to mix this up immediately because it will get like hard as a rock in there. Add the cornstarch slurry to the blueberry mixture, and you're going to want to mix immediately because that cornstarch will start to almost like turn into like a gelatin, like you'll see like little clumps in there. So we want to make sure it gets really nicely mixed in so you don't get any of those clumps. And with this, we are going to want to make sure that it thickens before we add it to our baking dish. Otherwise, it may not thicken properly inside the oven. This can take anywhere from a couple minutes up to 5 minutes, just depending on how hot your pan is. And you'll see that I stir kind of from the inside going to the outside and making sure you get those edges because we are using that cornstarch, that sometimes that thickening portion is going to start to happen on the outside edges. And again, we want this to be smooth. We don't want any of those clumps or anything in there. So here's what we're looking for. We want it to be thick, and this is looking absolutely perfect. You can see it's like just the beginning of that, like a pie filling. So now we are going to add our pie filling, or our cobbler filling, I've been talking about pie too much, into the baking dish. Now it's time for the cobbler topping. So we're starting with 1.5 cups of flour. We're adding 1/2 cup of sugar, adding 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Now, most baking powders, they're gonna have this little lip here. So then you can get your amount, shake it, scrape it off to make sure that you don't have too much because this is one of the most important parts on baking. Anytime that you're using like yeast, baking powder, baking soda, anything like that, it's really important for whatever the recipe calls for, stick with that. And now we have all of our dry ingredients. We're going to mix that really well. And then separately, we're adding in all of our wet ingredients. This way we don't have any clumps of like that baking powder or, you know, a sugar pocket, anything like that. You want to make sure that it's nicely incorporated. So then when you're getting a bite of the dessert, every single bite is perfect. We're adding 8 tablespoons of butter. And so this recipe can also be made completely dairy-free. If you wanted to use dairy-free butter, you're definitely welcome to do that. I've made this recipe every single way. and it turns out perfect. Now for this part, if you wanted to get your fingers in there getting dirty, that's definitely, I love using my hands as a tool. Because we're filming here, I'm gonna use a pastry cutter so I don't make just a hot mess on everything. And we want these to be a little bit smaller than like pea size. Okay, so that's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. We just want like little pieces of butter, so then we get those nice buttery pockets in the biscuits. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I love the smell of vanilla. That is one of my favorite smells, right next to a farmer's market. And then lastly, we are adding our buttermilk. Now we're going to quickly mix this together because that baking powder is going to start to activate. So with this recipe, anytime you're using like a baking powder, baking soda, you wanna make sure that your oven is preheated, it's ready to go, because the longer that this will sit, just like any kind of baked good, you're gonna run the risk of it activating too soon. You're gonna get your rise too soon, and then when you bake it, it just gets flat. And just mix it until it's just incorporated, because we still wanna see those buttery pockets, and that's perfect. So if you notice that your butter is melting at all, pop this again in the fridge, the freezer for like 20 to 30 minutes just to let it get cold again, and then you're gonna put it right on top of your pie filling. So to make sure that our biscuits are right around that same size, again, this is kind of a rustic style dessert. You really don't need it to be perfect, but I'm using an ice cream scoop because we do want the biscuits to cook evenly. So if it's off a little bit, that's fine, but using a scoop is gonna help ensure that you don't have like any raw inside, or that it's not overbaked too, because either one is just not that good of an option. All right, let's throw this in the oven. It's gonna bake for right around 35 to 45 minutes, just depending on oven temps and then the exact size dish that you're using. But we're gonna go ahead and just wait until it's golden brown and just so delicious. It is out of the oven and it smells so good. So typically you wanna let the cobbler rest for, let's say, like 10 to 20 minutes to thicken up. You guys, I'm so excited. I've gotta show this to you. It's the moment of truth. It's the best part about this. I'm gonna show you these beautiful biscuits. You can see that those biscuits, they're fluffy, they're buttery, and they have that crispy edge on the outside. They are so perfect with that blueberry pie filling. The combination is so good. And of course, you have to have ice cream on top, so we are adding some vanilla ice cream. I wish I could share this with you. It smells amazing. Now it's time to try it. It's perfect. It's like a blueberry pie met a biscuit. And what better combo? And then you have ice cream on top. This is the perfect dessert.